All right, good morning. Thank you everyone for coming out this morning for a very exciting announcement, a partnership with Arizona Athletics, Casino del Sol, and the Pasquayaqui Tribe. At this time, we'll get started with Vice President, Ken Coit, Vice President and Director of Athletics, Desiree Reed-Francois.
Thank you, Nate, and good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for the response. This is awesome. And thank you for joining us on this very meaningful day for Arizona, for the University of Arizona, for Arizona Athletics. And as Nate said, today we are so proud to announce a transformational partnership. This $60 million plus naming rights agreement with Casino del Sol and the Pasquayaqui Tribe, our largest corporate partnership in our history and the largest naming rights opportunity in the Big 12. This is a milestone moment for our athletics enterprise, and it is rooted in a very clear imperative to provide our coaches and our student athletes with the resources they need to compete at the highest levels and to make our university and our entire community proud. From our first day here, naming rights represented a critical revenue stream, not just for facilities, but for sustaining competitive excellence, supporting the student-athlete experience, and strengthening our financial position in a rapidly changing landscape. We were intentional. We ran a comprehensive and a very disciplined process: asset valuation, market testing, term modeling, and rigorous analytical work to make sure we maximize value. We protected the institution, and we identified the right partner for the University of Arizona. And in Casino del Sol and the Pasquayaqui Tribe, we found just that partner. They share our values. They believe in celebrating culture, strengthening communities, and creating transformational opportunities across Southern Arizona. Their commitment to people as a land-grant institution, to place, and to long-term growth aligns perfectly with our mission as a land-grant institution and with the work our coaches and our student athletes do every single day. This partnership is about more than just naming rights. It's about connection, linking a major public research institution's athletic department and a sovereign tribal nation to create enduring pathways for students, for families, and for communities. It is about honoring heritage, elevating opportunity, and building a shared future. As we all know, the cost to successfully compete at the highest levels of college athletics continues to rise. Right, Will Wheeler? This partnership, Will Wheeler is our CFO. This partner, and he's always telling me to stop spending money. This partnership is one of the strategic ways we are positioning Arizona Athletics to continue our tradition of excellence and championships. It allows us to be innovative, aggressive, and determined in delivering on our mission. I want to express my sincere gratitude to Julian, to Amanda, to OJ Flores, Jason Buckner, the Pasquayaqui Tribal Council, the Casino del Sol leadership, and to everyone who helped build and shape this partnership. I also want to thank President Garamella for his support and his clear commitment to the student experience. Special Advisor for Native American Affairs, Levi Esquera, thank you. Our revenue team, led by Tony Daniel, our Arizona Sports Enterprises team, including Brian Rooney, our general manager, and Jorge Leva, who worked tirelessly, days, nights, weekends, and yes, they are officially tired of my 4 a.m. texts, I know this, to get this right. I want to thank Coach Brennan, Ben Thenis, I don't think he's in this room, and all of our coaches whose competitive excellence and program strength make partnerships like this possible. I mean, we all saw the fun Wildcat welcome tunnel. Wasn't that cool on the way out? And you know, that's what it's about. It's about truly a partnership. And this is a proud day for Arizona Athletics, for the University of Arizona, and for Southern Arizona. Thank you all so very much for being a part. And as always, bear down And now it is my honor to invite Chairman Julian Hernandez of the Pascuayaqui Tribal Council to the podium.
Thank you, Leocintanio. It's part of this memorous day for us as members of the Pascuayaqui tribe and Casino del Sol. I am Julian Hernandez, chairman of the Pascuayaqui tribe. Today is a proud moment for Casino del Sol and the Pascuayaqui tribe, the community of Tucson. Today is one of the special days and a memorable day to say that on this partnership that we're going to be working together. Yes, it took a milestone to get here, but as we support our own communities and we value the same values as the athletic commissions here, we push for the same community movement of approving and showing that we care for our people, for our community, for all Tucsonans here. This is why this partnership is a big step for us, and we appreciate all y'all inviting us here, accepting our commitment of a 20-year agreement, which it's a big milestone that we're taking here in securing the future of our people, of our community, of our partners here that we're continuing to work with. And I do appreciate this opportunity for the Pascuayaqui and Casino del Sol. Again, Leosin Chogo Tesia. I want to present CEO Mandy Lavamieska.
Good morning, everyone. What an incredible day. On behalf of our Casino del Sol team members and the community we serve, I am honored to be here as we officially celebrate Casino del Sol Stadium. I view this partnership through the lens of investment, not just financial, but investment in relationships, in visibility, in community impact. Casino del Sol has always been about more than hospitality and entertainment. We are a part of the cultural and economic fabric of Tucson, Arizona. We invest in the people who live here. We celebrate the diversity of our region. And we look for opportunities, both big and small, to move our entire community forward. And this is a big one. This partnership does exactly that. It positions the Casino del Sol name alongside one of the most storied athletic programs in the United States, deepening both of our visibility and our roots in this community. Casino del Sol has a long tradition of supporting Southern Arizona through events, sponsorships, and community programming. The partnership with the university allows us to build on that tradition in ways we've never been able to before. Together, we'll work to bring more community events, gatherings, and expanded programming to this stadium. I want to thank Chairman Hernandez and the Pascuayaqui Tribal Council for their vision and support in making this partnership possible. I want to thank President Garamella and the University of Arizona leadership for approaching this partnership with respect, enthusiasm, and integrity throughout the process. I want to thank Arizona Sports Enterprises for guiding a process centered on values, equity, and community impact. Thank you, Desiree. Our team is proud that the name of the enterprise and the spirit of the Pascuayaqui people will be part of the story. We are honored to support Arizona athletics, to uplift our region, and to help create a stadium experience worthy of the Wildcats and of all Southern Arizona. To the University of Arizona community and to the broader Southern Arizona region, this partnership is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together. We look forward to the seasons ahead at Casino del Sol Stadium. Thank you all for being here, and bear down.
Maybe hold that for the cameras just a little bit back there.
Please direct your question to on the stage. Justin? Yeah. Yeah, come up. Desiree, do you want to come up here first?
I'll go. That's right. Yeah.
Come on.
So as far as the facility upgrades for Arizona Stadium, what's just the plan for that, and how does this partnership help with that?
Great question. So what we're doing actually in the next week and a half to 2 weeks, we're finalizing a survey that's going out to our fans. We're doing a feasibility survey to find out what do our fans really want to see in the stadium. We have some initial ideas in terms of lighting, sound, video boards, et cetera, but we want to hear from our fans. So the next step in that process is that survey, and then we're going to go through and work through our feasibility study process.
Back here on the left. Back left.
Yes, I think also, we know that Casino del Sol, and I think they have an amphitheater. We've seen a lot of programming there. Does this possibly expand Casino del Sol Stadium to being a little bit more of an events forum as well? Maybe more concerts, things like that?
Amanda, is that one you want to handle? Sure.
Yes, I think we're certainly hoping to see that in kind of a partnership and an interchange in terms of concerts and other events that will be, sponsored by both Arizona and Casino del Sol, so jointly.
Jason in the front. Brian, you're next.
For Desiree, what will branding look like, and then when are we officially calling it Casino del Sol Stadium?
Officially now, Casino del Sol Stadium. Sounds great, doesn't it? And in terms of branding, it's a great question. So Sammy and Nikki and Arizona Sports Enterprises, they all went through and they worked with their marketing team from Casino del Sol last week, and they did a walkthrough, and they have some ideas in terms of where things will go, but we haven't gotten to the drawings yet and the renderings. So it's still work in progress.
Yeah, for either of you with the nation, the plans with the new casino that's opening up downtown, on Grant and I-10, are some of these plans going to be involved, like doing maybe some co-branding, radio shows, things like that at that facility, as opposed to maybe the other two?
Absolutely. When that casino comes online, hopefully next fall, definitely next fall, we're hoping to see some, definitely events and communication that, from here to there. But our other properties, Casino del Sol Resort out on Valencia, is fully up and running and has a huge event center. So we're hoping to utilize that in this partnership as well. So.
Desiree, in terms of the 20-year contract, how important was it for the university to find such a long-term commitment rather than a 10-year going for that 20-year contract?
We wanted to make sure that we have we talked about revenue streams, but we knew that this was going to be a partnership that was going to be very community-based, community-focused, and so it was creating the ultimate win-win. Casino del Sol wanted a long-term naming rights opportunity. We also wanted to look at that, and this created a sustainable revenue stream, but also we could really delve deep into that community partnership. So it was a great opportunity. Denver Broncos? Yep. All right.
Michael, up here in the front.
Yes. For Desiree, throughout this process, did you at any point encounter resistance from anyone who was kind of just opposed to the idea of renaming the stadium?
Let's see, that's a great question. In terms of naming the stadium, did we encounter resistance? Candidly, not really. We actually had a lot of encouragement from people. I'm sure there were probably people who tweeted at me that they didn't want to, and I haven't noticed it. So, Jason Shear, did you tweet at me not to name it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. But in all candor, I think people understand that we're in the modern era of college athletics. We have to be aggressive when it comes to our revenue streams. We have to give our coaches and our student athletes every opportunity to compete at the highest levels. And this, from I think virtually day one since we got here, we've been talking about naming rights is an untapped opportunity. We've got to bring this to fruition. And so that's why we're really proud today that it all came and that we found a great partner that's going to care not just about the financial impact, but about the community impact.
Far right side, David Cohn.
This question is for Amanda. Amanda, you guys have been a long-time sponsor of the University of Arizona Athletics program. At what point did you guys decide it's time for us to up the ante, and who approached who first to try to create this partnership?
I think it was pretty mutual, to be honest, but I think University of Arizona reached out to us and had some early conversations, and it came together really well. And of course, from the casino side, we went to tribal council, and they were very excited about the plan as well. So that's ultimately how it all came together, and everybody really was so positive in trying to work to an agreement. So it was really helpful.
Back right, Jason Clark.
Yeah,
And
hi,
I should just make one note on that. Levi Esquera, I thanked him in my opening remarks, but he was, when we first got here 18, 19 months ago, he was one of the first people that said, hey, we have to make a connection. And so he did. So thank you, Levi, for opening that door for us. And then it just became a series of a lot of conversations, and building trust with one another, I think is fair to say as well. So Levi made that first introduction with our Arizona Sports Enterprises and our marketing department, and it kind of just got that ball rolling.
Back right, Jason Barr.
Yeah, hi. For whoever's most appropriate to answer, a lot might have to happen for this to happen, but could you see a situation down the road where people could actually gamble at Arizona Stadium on the games? And it was a college campus and
No.
some license? No.
No.
But you can come on over to Casino del Sol.
There you go. There you go. Now that's a good answer. I didn't mean to cut you off. That was very impolite. I'm so sorry.
Back left over here.
Tucson and Southern Arizona are no strangers to the investment that the Pasquayaki and the casino make in this community. As we continue on the national stage, any concern with Casino del Sol Stadium not being familiar to, say, for bowls or for other teams from other parts of the country coming here? How do you address that sort of maybe branding challenge out of the gate?
Well, I think that's one of the great opportunities that college sports brings. I think we had 12.5 million people that watched our football football games last year. And so sports is that wonderful, we've talked about it before, that front porch to this incredible university. And so I think with this new naming rights opportunity, and I'll go to my colleagues next, this opens the door to an incredible entertainment enterprise and an incredible tribe, and it gets national exposure. And I think that's one of the appeals to the partnership, but I don't want to speak for you all.
In working with communications with Levi, we do open the doors as a leading tribe for a lot of the stuff that we've been working on. As council, we continue to push that forward. In being in partnership with U of A, it's one of the greatest things that we could do to move forward and have our tribal people have the opportunity to have that access with athletics, so we just continue to push that forward to help each other out. And I think the partnership that we had prior to with Levi, having the scholarships for our tribal members and giving us the idea that, we could do more. And this is why we are stepping it up and continue to push forward and doing more for our tribal members, our community, our partners, and hopefully it's the right path that we're taking here.
Laura in the front.
For Desiree, what will this partnership mean for the student athletes at the U of A? I know the Alston Award is no longer in the picture, so I was wondering if this partnership would open up room for that in the future.
Unfortunately, probably not on Alston, but what it does is it helps all of our student athletes in terms of, we talk about how the cost of running an athletic department has really gone up. When you look at everything from equipment, if you look at the top 15 athletic departments across the country, and you look over the last 5 years, the 33% equipment has, Will Wheeler just gave me the number. I didn't know that off the top of my head, but he was just fingering, he was telling me. But like equipment has gone up 33%. Travel, what's it gone up, Will? 43% travel has gone up. All right, give me another stat up there. Student athlete meals, 94%. So like that's for the last 5 years. So just the cost of running an athletic department has really gone up. And so this allowed this partnership, and it's one of like several levers that we have to pull when it comes to providing resources for our student athletes. Like we talked about the Ken Coit gift, and that was really transformational for us. We've had other corporate partnerships, like the Banner corporate partnership, the Nike deal. Like all of those are levers that we have to pull and be really aggressive so that we can provide for the whole. Thank you.
Yes, Desiree, now that football has been taken care of, I'm assuming the focus is now on looking at what McHale is and what the timeline is for that?
Were you saying no, we're not looking at McHale?
I said that was going to be my question.
Oh, okay. You know what, we're going to, now, McHale will always be in the name, okay? I want to be really clear. But we are looking at every naming opportunity possible. We have the Varsity Village, and we have Gates, and like I said, we've got to be really aggressive, and yes, we're exploring other opportunities.
Jason?
I know you had mentioned in the past possible field naming rights as well. Is that an option still, even though the stadium has been named?
The Pasquayaki will have representation on the field. The Casino del Sol. Yeah. Jersey patches are also, when the NCAA passes, if the NCAA passes in January, the opportunity for jersey patches, that's something we're also exploring.
Final question, Eliab in the back.
Hi, thank you. If at all, of course, you mentioned the resources for players and coaches. How does this impact NIL in general and that whole element of it?
This isn't necessarily about NIL. This is more about overall operational support. So this isn't really an NIL deal. This is more about operational, so student athlete support for all of our sports.
All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Can I just put this down here? Or?